Okay, for this you will need a whiteboard for this lesson. Today your target or your objective is to write a 3-word alliteration. Today we'll write a 3-word alliteration. Using alliterations in your writing will help it be more interesting. For example, the dog ran down the street. But if you have an alliteration, it helps it make it more exciting. The daring dog dashed down the street. Alliterations help your writing. Here is an example of an alliteration. The yawning yellow yak was tired. As you see, for an alliteration, it has a y for yawning yellow yak. That is an alliteration. The yawning yellow yak was tired is an alliteration. An alliteration will have the same beginning sound at the start of a word. That is an alliteration. Tongue twisters are alliterations. Quietly follow along with your eyes as I read. See if I make a mistake. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickles Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Did I make an error? Quiet down and make sure you're still listening. Another tongue twister with an alliteration is, if Freaky Fred found 50 feet of fruit and fed 40 feet to his friend Frank, how many feet of fruit did Freaky Freddy find? Now let's move into alliterations in writing. Think of words that begin with B to describe the bear. Try to come up with 3 words. When you have 3 words that begin with B, quietly hold 3 fingers in front of your body. Here are some examples of the B words that maybe you thought of as you quietly held 3 fingers in front of your body. Maybe you thought of big, brown, brave, burly, and you might have even said bear. All of those words begin with B to make an alliteration. Big, brown, burly bear is an alliteration. Brave, brown bear is an alliteration as well. Think of words that begin with C to describe the picture. Quietly hold up a finger in front of your body for each word that you can think of that begins with a C. Maybe you thought of cat, because the picture is of a cat. Kitty. Notice kitty starts with K, but it's still an alliteration because it has the K sound. Cuddle, couch, cute, caring. Hopefully you found at least 3 words that began with the letter C. Cute kittens cuddle on the couch is an example of an alliteration. Even if it has a K, it still is an alliteration for the K sound. How many words that begin with B can you think of to describe the butterfly? You have 5 seconds. Hold up fingers in front of your body for each word that you think of that begins with the letter B. Maybe you thought of big, or blue, black, butterfly, bounce, beautiful, brilliant, bright. All those words begin with B. Using your whiteboard and your marker, I want you to use 2 words to describe the butterfly. Maybe you would say big blue butterfly on your whiteboard. Don't forget the comma right here between those 2 words. You have 10 seconds to do 2 words that describe a butterfly. 10 seconds, go. Hopefully, on your whiteboard, you wrote something like big, beautiful butterfly. Notice there is a comma between big and beautiful. Maybe you wrote bouncy blue butterfly. Or maybe you even said bright blue butterfly to describe that butterfly using an alliteration. Brilliant blue butterfly describes the butterfly in an alliteration. Think of words that begin with R to describe the roses. Hold up fingers in front of your body for each R word you can think of. Maybe you thought of the word rich, red, ruby, roses. You might have said in a row. The roses are in a row. Now, use 2 words to describe the roses on your whiteboard. You have 10 seconds. Go. Maybe you wrote down rich ruby roses. Or maybe for your alliteration you wrote ruby red roses. This one's a little bit different, but you might have written for an alliteration a row of ruby roses. Now, follow the directions for your next assignment. It might be to just quietly go back to your seat. Have a nice day.